So I want to introduce the ABC model of changing thoughts. First of all, they have to start thinking about what they're thinking about, being aware of what they're thinking about. So usually there's an activating event. We'll say it's a relationship breakup. And then there are beliefs around that event. These beliefs are irrational, but they feel and they're thought of as being true. For example, I am unworthy, or I will never find someone else, or I can't stand being alone. These are just some examples. The consequences, of course, are negative emotions. So that is a very simplistic and basic foundation for cognitive behavioral change. The activating event, the beliefs, and the negative emotions. So let's get into this a little bit further. Let's take an example. The activating event is Jean is feeling sad because she was denied the loan she needed for a new car. So her belief was, I will never be able to get ahead and get what I need and want. Now, you know that if someone believes that, and they really, really believe that, then that's going to make them feel sad, hopeless, depressed, defeated. And that's the consequence of having that belief related to that activating event. Okay, so let's change this up a little bit. The activating event, again, is Jean is feeling sad because she was denied the loan she needed for a new car. However, let's suppose her belief is, I will be able to get the car after I get some bills paid off and my finances in order. Big difference in perception. This makes her feel more motivated to get this done, more hopeful, and empowered just by a change of belief. One can use this thought change worksheet, and again, a copy of this is in your resources. So what I've done is showed you how this thought change worksheet works. And what I do with clients is I actually give them this sheet. If they tell me what the event is, we can actually go through the worksheet in the session, and then I'll give them a copy of the worksheet to take home until the next session. So if they find themselves feeling sad or depressed during the week, they can identify the event, the thought, the feeling. They can reevaluate their thought, reevaluate their feeling, and look at the bigger picture. So let's go through the previous example using this worksheet. So again, Jean was denied a loan. She's thinking, I am a loser and I'm feeling hopeless. But then you've taught her to reevaluate her thought that's causing her distress. And so you might ask her to think of a time when she did get what she wanted. When was a time in your life when you did get what you wanted? And she might say, well, in 5th grade, I did get a bicycle because I did well in school, so my parents bought me a bicycle. So that will trigger that memory of feeling more empowered, and so she feels more hopeful and encouraged. From there, what I do is I encourage the client to look at the bigger picture on what is happening in their life. For example, you might ask them, do you think that there is a good reason, something that is very positive as to why you did not get the loan? And when they start to entertain these types of ideas, they will come up with thoughts such as, well, maybe I was denied because something better is on its way to me. Imagine how that would feel if you thought that the universe had your back such that it had something even better for you than that car or that particular loan. Do you see how this thought change worksheet works. You go through each step with the client, you teach them how it's done, and they manually, one by one, change their distressing thoughts. Very, very powerful. And this is how we empower clients to get a handle on changing their beliefs. You can ask them if they can remember a time when they did feel that they got ahead. And they remember that feeling of success. Now, without that feeling of success, they can't entertain the idea of a new positive thought. But remember, our thoughts are related to our feelings, but also our feelings are related to our thoughts. So if you can trigger a feeling in them, or that feeling of success, it's going to help them rewire their thoughts to be more positive. I would ask them also, as a way of using imagery, to ask them, what color will the new car be? Will it have the new car smell? What music will be playing in the car when she's driving it? How will she feel driving the car? Now, these are basic steps of using imagery to manifest what you want in life using the law of attraction. Very, very powerful. It's the imagery, it's the beliefs, but more important, it's the feelings that come up in the person when they have those beliefs that actually attracts what they want to them. So it helps all of our senses to get ignited in an effort to help change our beliefs. It takes all of our senses to be in sync, to be in alignment, to get that belief to change. Deep breath. Let's take this in.